All right, so in this particular project, I have already installed two virtual machines here. One was OpenSense, one was TrueNAS. Purpose of OpenSense was, of course, to have the network security and firewall, which was the primary objective of having Protectli. TrueNAS was mainly for the backup and storage on your network, which is already configured here. And right now it is consuming 7.3 GB out of 8 GB. It may be consuming less. I can show you that also if I just click on TrueNAS core. It will open TrueNAS, and I will just simply open this. And here you can see the memory usage right now. Total is 7.8 GB and free is right now 5 GB. So I can reduce the memory here. Maybe I'll bring it down to 4 GB for the time being, 4096. And here it is. So we will be restarting this later, but right now it is fine. So one virtual machine that I tried to create was Windows 11. Of course, the system resources are not enough, so it did not work well. So definitely I'm not going to go ahead with the Windows 11 on Protectli Vault v1610 because of the performance issue. Now we need to run the containerized application. One is, of course, you can go with the Linux containers, and another is, of course, you can have Docker installed in Ubuntu server as a virtual machine, and then you can install Docker engine. So I will show you why we have to go ahead with this, because I'll be using this as a web server, as a DNS server, and as a reverse proxy as well. So because all the network applications, I want to keep it on Protectli. So what I'm going to do here, one way is, of course, I can create the VM and I can start installing the operating system in that. But if you remember, we have already a Proxmox cluster here. And on this Proxmox cluster, I have multiple virtual machines here. So I have one of the virtual machine, which is Ubuntu 24.04, this one. Of course, I cannot migrate it to Protectli because that is not on cluster. So right now I can migrate it only here, but it's not a big deal. We can take the backup of this in TrueNAS, and then I can restore it in Protectli. So right now, if I go here to the TrueNAS, and in TrueNAS I have backups. So we do not have backups related to that particular machine. So it is OpenSense backup and Nginx proxy manager. These two backups are there, but I will be taking the backup of this particular VM, which is a template in fact. So I can take the backup of this and then I can, of course, restore it there. So I'll be backing it up in TrueNAS on Protectli and backup now. So here you can add the nodes in case you want, otherwise it is fine. Use the default setting for backing up the virtual machine and back up here. Here you go. You can see that backup is completed now. So I will be simply now going to Protectli. You can see here this backup is done here in the TrueNAS Protectli. Of course, if I choose any other storage, it is not there, but it is on TrueNAS. And if I go back here to Protectli TrueNAS, I will simply refresh this and you will see here that this machine is also available here now, Ubuntu. I can simply click this and I can restore it, and restore VM will be 103. It is fine. I will give the same name here and restore. Instead of creating new virtual machine and installing the operating system again, which is going to take time, so we have simply restored from the backup. We can create the template and we can create the backup of that template, so it becomes very fast. You can see here how quickly it has restored it. Now the template is created here. So it is template Ubuntu 24.04. I will be simply doing the clone again. I will click this and clone, and I will do full clone. And so where should be the target storage? It shows same as source. I will not do same as source. I will do local LVM. In Protectli we have local LVM also, and I will name it, for example, Docker. So it will be mainly for Docker. So I will clone it. You will see the progress here also. It doesn't show that progress bar, but of course it is cloning here. Here you go. You can see that the clone is completed. Now virtual machine is ready, and I'll simply go to hardware. First of all, I will check where the network is connected. You can double click this and you can see here it was connected to VNet 0, but VNet 0 is not available in Protectli. We have to choose the proper bridge here. So we'll choose VMBR 0, which is my Homelab network, which you have already seen. And here you can choose what model of network device will be. So I will be choosing VirtIO. It is fine. Press OK. Then you can see here the hard drive. Hard drive is 32 GB. I can increase it, but I'll do that later. So for the timing, it is fine. And I will simply start this now. So here you can see VM is started right now. Its health is okay. And if I see overall Protectli health right now, it's fine. So you can see here CPU usage and the memory usage here. So I will be going to this Docker engine which I have created. Of course, the name of the virtual machine is Docker, but Docker is not right now installed. I will be simply going to console. You can see here in console, we can now access Ubuntu servers. Here you go. So Ubuntu is right now ready. The IP address is 10.11.12.201. Of course, we can change that also. The first things first, we need to update the server. So we'll do sudo apt get update. It will get the latest packages list from the repository, whatever repositories are added. So whenever you want to install any application on Ubuntu server, the first thing is that you need to update the server. So now we'll do sudo apt get upgrade. So if any package needs to be updated, it will ask you for the permission. I will type yes. So this is the Linux firmware which is being downloaded. So it is a 509 MB. All right, so you can see here that now the packages are updated. So I can also do sudo apt get dist and dash upgrade. It is always good idea to keep the system up to date. So I will upgrade this as well. Here you go. Now server is up to date. I will simply reboot this, and then in next video we will see how to configure this. If you are self-hosting applications or websites, then you have to of course configure your server. But if it is on cloud, so you don't need to do any network configuration, you only need to just do the firewall configuration. That is obvious of course. But in this particular one, I will just reboot this, and then I will come back to you in next video and we will start configuring it. We'll do the network configuration, we'll do the DNS configuration, and then we will see what applications we'll be installing for this particular project. So let's continue to next video now.